elements, which are huge, are translated into wide ranges of values for all these nuclear and chemical parameters.
An object which is thick, and you can see that depending on the inclination of the observer, the image will be somewhat different. If you have light face on, you will see perfectly symmetric emission. But any other inclination, there's going to be an asymmetry. And this asymmetry is simple to interpret. It's more this, depending on these, whether the flow of the plasma is aligned or how. So you can see there is a black spot in the middle. Now, this is not the shadow. There is no horizon. What happens is that matter just falls in toward the center of the boson star, but is conserving angular momentum. So at that point, the potential, the effective potential, is typical centrifugal Newtonian potential. Now, if you remember, the effective potential has a maximum, but that's for a black hole. For any other object, it will be a centrifugal barrier, and so matter can simply not go to very low central distances. And at that point, matter is accumulating on this, what we call a mini torus, and then will be ejected as soon as it is unstable on this. So if I were to show you a different representation, you would see that matter goes in and then goes out along the polar axis. But an object like this would look like having a shadow. In fact, that's what it looks like when you image it. It looks like it has a shadow.
We are Indians, we do Bollywood, we like drama, so yeah. Also, the admin reminded me that nothing in life can be taken for granted. There was errors in everything, including the tags, but okay. We managed quite well. Okay, let's thank Hotel Kenilworth for hosting us, although like I said, there were issues with almost everything, but since the food was so great, it was not particularly embarrassing and annoying things, including holding the microphone. Yeah, they did really great. So thanks to my students. I love my voice. Also the scientific organizing committee. So they could not be there in person, but they were always motivating me to go ahead with this. Prayush, Sukant and Deepankar. And also thank you for sharing some of the sessions so I could concentrate a little bit on the science part. Okay. Yeah, so particularly thanks to the local organizing committee. So Reshma had been particularly very helpful, so we'll see her again at the Goa Science Center. Anant, so Anant has been great, so he's a student of Deepankar, but he's been helping me right from the very beginning, so thank you, Anant. There were some other things on to be local organizing committee members, for example, Rahul. But since he was moving, he could not commit to this. But since he bought us some shots last night, I said with him. Hopefully next time. Okay, I thank all the participants for coming from different parts of India and the world. So, some corners of India are further away than other countries. So, thank you all for coming, and I really enjoyed all the talks, particularly from the students, from all the guest speakers. Thank you for taking your time out, coming here, and I hope you had a good time as much as I did. Let's also thank all the online speakers. At the time they could not hear us and we could not hear them and so on, but some of them that in the middle of their teaching they had to find out time for us, and they were giving talks in the middle of the night and early mornings and whatnot, but I think all the talks were amazing, so I have to send them a note of thanks from all of us. So online speakers are particularly for this meeting, I think they did a good job. Okay, so coming to the science part, so my thanks to all the keynote speakers who were here. Particularly, let me start with the younger speakers. So I think they deserve a clap because they did a great they did an amazing job. Then coming to the other more mature keynote speakers, I think your talks were absolutely great, very motivating. Thank you for coming all the way. Ian, for all the emojis which quickly summarized all the sessions, and thank you for that. Special mention to Paul for all the very visual appealing slides that he had, which got the message across. And great entertaining talk. Thank you, Paul. Also, particularly to Luciano and Nils for your great talks and your public talks, even if there was no public, but we were there. It was absolutely amazing. Let's thank them. So I think. So one summary slide for all the good times we had. So I think Goa in general is a great place to be. So I think we really enjoyed it. Like not only the science but also beyond the science. So I really enjoyed every evening with all the speakers. And I hope next time we'll have a meeting at a more exotic location. So hope to see you at the next meeting. Before we conclude, we have some souvenirs especially for the keynote speakers who have come all the way like 16 hours or more. So first I will start with you, and you can say a few words.
No, we're still doing the vote of thanks. I think we cannot ignore Devarathi without
I will ask you also to say a few words, but first let me give you the souvenirs. And these are tiles with sketches of Mario Miranda, who is a legend in Goa. So these are all sketches of Goan life. So this is from the organizer. So firstly to you for coming all the way.
Can you do it one more time in front of the screen?
Sure.
In the swimming pool, lowering the oceans. It was such a busy program. But you have so many young students and postdocs. I mean, this is a great potential that you have there. And I hope you can continue to produce more and more of these talented and energetic guys.
I have to say that originally the plan was to have lesser talks, but a lot of the students requested talks, and I think they did a great job. We had to cut down on beach time. I hope we will still manage. And I was surprised by how well behaved everyone was. Nobody was sneaking away. So I think the talks were great probably because of that. Adriana, can we have you?